Good afternoon, everybody. Actually, good evening. It's 7 o'clock, last day of May. Welcome to Collectibles Chat. This is our Sunday evening get together, so to speak. We get together every Sunday night at 7 o'clock and we talk collectibles. Tonight, we're talking baseball cards because that's what I enjoy: baseball, football, basketball. But we are still looking for you as a guest as well to talk about your collectibles, whatever they may be. They could be stamps, they could be coins, dolls, um, cars, figures, figurines, all kinds of stuff. But I definitely like the sports card collectibles market, and that's what Collectibles Chat to me is all about. So tonight we're going to talk about some things that are going on just recently, and I'm gonna show you some cards I picked up, some this weekend and some I guess I've had for about a week or two. And then we'll talk about some upcoming shows. And then we're gonna finally open some packs. Tonight, what we're opening is 1992 Upper Deck Baseball. So if you were with me a few weeks ago, we opened some 89 Upper Deck, which is pretty cool because that's when the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie was available. And I think we might have pulled one or two of those, which is really cool. But tonight, this is 92, I'm sorry, 92 Upper Deck Baseball. What's unique about this, and I kind of got inspired this afternoon, is because I saw a post where somebody had opened these and pulled an autograph. There are a few autographs in there. One of the big ones is Ted Williams, and that's a cool card in itself. But there's a Ted Williams autograph that could possibly be in that box. There were, I think, 2,500 of those scattered throughout back in 92. And of course, we know what 92 was. And basically, all of the late 80s and early 90s was the junk wax era. So 2,500 is just like a small little portion of how many cards they produced that year. But we'll get to those in a few minutes. But first, I want to talk about some things that are going on with Collectibles Chat and things that are going on in the market. You may have heard the big news about PSA. Man, there are 10 million cards in backlog at PSA right now. That means they have 10 million cards that are just sitting there that haven't been graded yet because they've got so much demand for graded product. And you can say what you want about PSA. I've said what I wanted to many, many times about them. I don't particularly want to send cards to PSA to be graded because it just takes so long. And that's even putting a bigger risk on the grading in the first place because, a lot of stuff can happen in 8 months or a year if it's going to take that long to get your cards back. But PSA still is the number one grading authority in sports card collectibles, and their cards usually demand a premium. Now, there are some other graded cards that will, price out a little bit higher than the PSA 10, such as the CGC Pristine 10. They price a little bit higher. The Beckett Black Label prices a little bit higher. But I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen in the hobby now. Are CGC slabs going to rise to the top for a little while? Are SGC, which is actually owned by the PSA Group collectors, and Beckett, which is also owned by them, are they going to pick up the slack? I don't really know. I'm curious what your opinion is. Put it in the comments below. Let's kind of see what you guys are thinking out there on the PSA situation. The next thing is Collectibles Chat is growing, and I'm excited about that. We've got this wonderful new format. I'm going to try to stick to a lot of this format in the future moving forward. We're going to do mail day on Monday and probably occasionally do like a midweek mail call as well, usually on Wednesday or Thursday. And then on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we'll probably do some type of profit challenge. We're going to kind of get started tonight with the 92 baseball. We'll open up the rest of those probably this week. I've also got some of the scorecards that we opened last week on the channel. We're going to open some more of those. And I found out that I have 88, 89, 90, 91, and 92 score boxes to open. So we can just do this huge score profit challenge and see what we get out of that. But I enjoy opening packs and I think it's fun, but we also like to do some other things on the channel, such as the mail call. And on Sunday nights, we kind of do a bunch of it together. But then on Fridays of every week, we've got a new series that is starting, and it's interviews, interviews with some of the hobby's finest people. I feel like these are some people maybe I've looked up to in the past, or I know I can learn a lot. They've been in the business for a good while, or maybe they're just getting started and they're really doing well. But that's what Friday's all about, and it's probably my favorite part of the week because if you know what I've done in the past, I've done expert interviews with business owners. So this kind of just bridges that gap just a little bit. And we got some new logos coming out, some new signage, got some big shows happening. Collectibles chat is on a move, and I hope you guys are going to be there and help me grow. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Send all your friends over here, and I don't want to beg yet, but I would definitely appreciate that. Just help us grow. Help us see what the next level in this collectibles world will be for us. I know what I want it to be, but I can only do it with your help. That's kind of where we're at with collectibles chat. The next big thing is shows. We've got some big shows coming up over the next few months. One big show this weekend, the 5th, 6th, and 7th. Can you believe we're already in June? The 5th, 6th, and 7th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'll be in Concord, North Carolina at Collector's Jam. 600 tables of sports cards, TCG, maybe a few toys, not a huge amount, mainly cards at this show. Talon, who is a big YouTube personality, is going to be there. And as a matter of fact, he's pretty close to where my table is going to be. And if you're interested in coming to see me Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, I think it's like 13, $15 to get in at the door. I mean, this is a big show. Make sure you give yourself plenty of time to get in. Carpool if you can, because they charge for parking. The show does not do that. It's the Cabarrus Arena that actually does that. I think it's like $8 or $10 to park. But carpool with somebody and share some of those expenses and prepare to be there for a long time. It's a great show. Hopefully, you'll be able to come out and get some really good deals. I know that I've got a ton of cards that are going with me. So if you come on Sunday, I'll still have plenty of cards. I am trying to set myself up not to sell out at this show. But I will have new inventory rotating hopefully every single day because after this show on I think I skip a week and then we go to Shelby to the LeGrand Center. I've got a couple of tables there. Oh, let me get back to Collector's Jam. When you come in the front door, go all the way to the back and take a little left and you'll see me. I'm right there, collectibles chat. As a matter of fact, in that little quadrant or that little area, we're going to have some of, I think, Catawba County's finest vendors there. I know Catawba Valley Sports Cards is going to be there, a row over from me. Um, Kenny Mills with Kingdom Cards is going to be there. Charlie Joyner is going to be there. He's not really Catawba Valley, but he's a great vendor. And if you're looking for anything vintage, between Charlie and myself, we should have you covered. Charlie probably has everything covered because he's got so much there. But I'm just going to have one table. I think he's going to have three. I think Kenny's going to have one table. Travis with the Catawba Valley Sports Cards is going to have one table. But we're going to have you covered with a lot of good quality sports cards. So come see us. We're all back in that K. Um, I think it's JKH, maybe IJK, that area. We're all back there. So come straight in the front door, go to the back, take a left, and you'll see us. Okay. After that, the LeGrand Center on the 20th. I'll be there. Hopefully, same spot I was in January. As you come in the front door, just take a full left and you'll see me over there up against the wall. I'll have a couple of tables there. The following week is a brand new show in Hickory at Crown Plaza, which I think used to be the old Holiday Inn a long time ago. But it's the hotel right there on the corner of 70 and Lenore Ryan Boulevard. So right across from, I think First Watch is on one corner, Five Guys is on the other corner, maybe a car dealer on the other corner. But it's going to be there, and it's put on by the Bullpen. It's going to be a pretty good show, I think. I mean, it probably won't be 50, 60 tables maybe, but I think those make some of the better shows. So come see what you can at that. And then we'll jump into July. And honestly, I have no idea. I think I've got one or two shows in July. First week of July, won't be doing anything because it's a holiday. It's July 4th. I think that's on a weekend this year. And then I'll be going to Mount Holly again for the More Vault show. And then I think August 1st, I've got a new show in Belmont that I'm doing. So just a whole bunch of stuff going on. I'm excited. So let me show you guys some of the cards that I picked up this week. And in order to do that, I think I'm going to switch over to the other camera just to kind of um, prepare us for opening some of these cards tonight. But let me show you some things that I have picked up. This is Walker Bueller, and I have to check this auto. I'm not sure if that's an on card auto or not, but I will tell you this is a numbered card out of 250, which is nice. And if you see anything in tonight's video that you're interested in, just let me know. This is James Jett, and that is a real auto with his number down there. James Jett played for the Raiders. This is back in 99. Okay, Quinn Ewers for the Dolphins. He played at Texas. This is his rookie year. Here's Caleb Williams, select, certified. Here's a Trevor Lawrence on a select. I think this one's really cool. Chain Reaction, Puka Nakua. And that's just a really pretty card as well. Jared Goff. Here's another Quinn Ewers on the Revolution rookie card. Here's Isaac Tesla on the Absolute by Storm. A nice looking card. I thought this is a beautiful card. I don't know if you can see all the shine in that, but this is Reed Detmers on the Obsidian. He's a pitcher for the Angels, or at least I think he might still be. But there's Reed Detmers. You can see it now. Beautiful card. Got this one in the mail for all my soccer fans. This is Lionel Messi, and it's a grade 9, but it's Magicians. It is an absolutely gorgeous card. Any soccer fans, I'll have that at the show. Picked up a few here that I haven't yet put in mag cases. This is Travis Etienne. You guys know I collect Trevor Etienne cards because he went to Georgia and he now plays with the Panthers. But this is his brother Travis. Okay, he's with who's that? The Jaguars. Okay, this is Chuba Hubbard on a pink. I don't know if that one's numbered. It is not. But Chuba Hubbard on a rated rookie optic pink. Here is a Panini Prism pink. J.C. Horn. You can see that is a nice looking card as well. Not numbered, but that is his rookie year as well. All you Alabama fans, Devonta Smith. That's his rookie card, Heat Wave. And I think that's kind of cool. Let's see. Picked up this one from a friend of mine today, Mark. I got this Shohei Ohtani. This is the 2021, and I don't know if can't really see the label up there, but 2021 Topps Update. This is like a 92 redo card or a flashback card. Shohei Ohtani in a 10, and that's a nice looking card. Got these at the show yesterday. If you guys were in um Mooresville, I wish I had been set up at that show. It was a pretty good show that turned out. A ton of people there, but I was able to pick up a few cards. Picked up this Action All Pros Miles Garrett. That's on like a checkerboard, but absolutely gorgeous card. Not numbered, but Miles Garrett for the Browns. Picked up a couple of Drake May cards. This is Rookies and Stars, and also this Rookies and Stars Drake May. So one is the year before. Let's see, this is 2024. Oh, no, they're both 2024. So, um, both Panini, right? Yep. So anyway, both 2024. Picked up this top tier Skeens. That is a gorgeous card. Little foil, rainbow foil there, I guess. And top tier Paul Skeens, nice card. And then of course I had to pick up some Georgia stuff. Picked up a couple of Trevor Eaton numbered cards. This one here is he's in his Georgia uniform and numbered out of 399, 162. And then this one is in the Panthers uniform, numbered out of, I think it's 999 out of 999. It's a Rookies and Stars as well. And then finally picked up a Sonny Michel card. I need to get a little bit better sleeve, sleeve on that one so it looks nicer. But this is a beautiful card. This is the Valiant Sonny Michel. This is a bookend, 10 of 10. And you can see it right there, 10 of 10. It is on leaf. It's not the common leaf numbers. Normally they'll be like 1 of 3 or 1 of 2 or something like that. But this is a true 10 of 10. So there are 10 of these with the autograph. It's a 9.5 on the card, but it's a 10 on the autograph and stuff. Okay, so I'll put that one in another um, sleeve right here to make it look a little nicer. And I think that's pretty much it as far as some of the cards I was able to pick up this weekend. You guys want to open some packs? Let's open these tonight. We're not going to go through all of them. There's 36 packs in here, and we are going to open up maybe half tonight. Maybe not. Maybe just a third of these, but we'll try to get as many packs out of here as we can. So maybe we might just do a fourth. We might just do 8 packs and leave the others in there for the rest of the week. So depends on how things are going. If we pull that auto, we're gonna be happy. I do Upper Deck came out with some really cool packages, and these just look good. And right here it says featuring limited edition Heroes of Baseball cards. Find the Williams. Um, and there's 15 cards per pack. Let's just get in here and see what we can find. They were kind of hard to get into too. So they were I think that was part of the um the benefit, I guess, of these cards because they were theft preventative, I guess. Okay, so here's what we've got. Look at that face. Look at that face on Brian. I don't know if you can see that. The camera's not. Brian Hickerson. Wow. He is dialed in. Okay. Oh, and this is another thing about Upper Deck. They're hard to keep them all the same direction. They're all over the place. Okay. I won't talk through all of these. Rafael Ramirez, pretty good player there. Mike Schooler, Juan Behringer for the Braves. He pitched for the Braves for a little bit. Glenn Braggs. What are we looking for in here? So some of the big names that you know of in the 90s, Cal Ripken, Bo Jackson. Dave Gallagher was a great player. I always liked him a lot. King Griffey Jr.'s in here. Um, let's see. A lot of guys in the 90s that you've heard of, like Eric Davis, he's one. Dave Henderson. Ricky Henderson's in here, got some good cards, but we're really looking for those auto cards. And we're gonna Ramon Martinez, that's pretty good. I see a rookie right here behind it, Ryan Klesko. So we'll put him up here for the Braves. And then finally, final rookie or prospect in 92. This is Mark Smith. Okay. Pack number two. Pack number two. We'll start with Tim Belcher. Let's turn back around this way. Jeremy Burnix, Kenny Lofton, Wes Chamberlain. There's Rigetti. He had been around for a long time. They don't show all the years here. They show the last 5 years that he's played, but he'd been around for a long time. Chili Davis, I always thought that was a cool name. Mike Greenwell, great slugger for the Red Sox. Dave Anderson, Keith Miller. Okay, this is a good one. Tom Glavine. And Tom Glavine, that's like a fourth year card. Got all Braves up here now. The Braves are on a tear this year. I saw a stat today that said that Acuna Jr. was the only person, or maybe the third person ever, to start a season this early after like what 40 games or whatever, and be at 40 home runs, 40 stolen bases, 40 something else. I don't know. It was like 40, 40, 40. It was pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. There's Juan Franco and Ted Powers. Okay, so nothing big yet. I didn't really expect too much out of here, but I would like to see a few of those big names, that we remembered collecting. I'm just curious, put it in the chat. How many of you guys collected back in this era? Or is this vintage to you? I talked to a bunch of kids at these shows, and these are way vintage cards for them. But I'm like, dude, I was, I was in college in 92. It makes me feel old. Okay. Wally Joyner. There's Marvin Freeman. That's a cool card for the Braves. Dave Martinez, Mel Hall, Tony Gwynn. Now that's a nice card. Nice, nice big slugger there. Okay, and right behind it, Dale Murphy. Now Dale was with the Phillies at this time, but of course we all know he was with the Braves at the time. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for this card here with his autograph on it, the Ted Williams Baseball Heroes auto. There's a star rookie, Derek Bell, and we'll end with Mark Newfield prospect. Okay. Fourth, fifth pack. We got Mike Moore, Tim Cruz, Alan Anderson, Gardner Davis, Storm Davis. Okay, two of them back to back. Isn't that kind of crazy? Two Storm Davis cards back to back. And this is Ken Griffey Sr. Very good player. Played, I think, for the Reds for the longest time, but it was nice to they played at the same time, him and his son. Jose Aquindo, Alfredo Griffin. He played for the Dodgers. I thought that was pretty cool. Espinosa, Charles Nagy, Glenn Braggs. This is a star rookie, Pedro Martinez. He's one of the big ones in here, and the prospect is Joe Botello. So we've only hit one baseball heroes. That was pack number 4. This is pack number 5. And I'm curious what you guys think of the new channel format. If you're interested in it, let me know. If you think it's really cool, maybe there's one thing that you like over the other. Maybe you like the mail call. Maybe you like opening packs. Maybe you just like these expert interviews. Let me know. Let me know down in the comments. Greg Swindell. Here's another Braves Treadway. Cal Daniels. Now that must have been his second year. Actually, his fifth year card. He started with the Reds. It's second year on the Dodgers. Dan Pasqua said he was safe going in. BJ Surhoff. There's Ozzie Smith. I always was a big Ozzie Smith fan. Here's another Tom Glavine card. So we picked up two of those. Andy Ashby. If you guys remember, there was an Andy and an Alan Ashby. And then the prospect of Dan the Man Wilson. I know a Dan Wilson. Isn't that funny? Okay. Pack number 6. Slesarski. Don't remember him. Facero, Nelson, Dave Hollins, Mike McFarland, Trevor Wilson, Pete O'Brien, Bobby Thigpen. Okay, he was a good pitcher for the White Sox. This was his fifth or sixth year card. He doesn't really play too much. Bill Duran, Hal Morris. This is Ruben Sierra, good all-around player there for the Rangers. Wally Joyner, star rookie Tom Goodwin, and the prospect is Jeff Plimpton. Okay, 3 packs to go tonight. And let's see if we can get another one of those Baseball Heroes cards. There's a dual card in here. I think it's got Willie Stargell on it, maybe, that might be autographed. That would be nice to find. Rick Honeycutt. Mike Rimlinger. Joe Bover. Chuck Grimm. What did we drop there? We dropped Sam Horn. Okay, Robbie Thompson. Caminetti. Okay, Shannon Dunston. Very good player for the Cubs there. This is his fourth or fifth year card. Here's Will Clark. Nice player there. Good player for the Giants. And there's Fred McGriff, Castillo on the star rookie, and John Farrell on the prospect. Okay, 2 packs to go tonight. Let's see if we can pull anything exciting. Otherwise, we're going to have to wait until probably Tuesday. Garcia. There's Rafael Belliard. Mike Sims, Bill Kruger. Not a lot, in this in this collection. There's Sid Bream. Sid Bream, I think wasn't he the star of the World Series that the Braves won? There's Alvin Davis, Mark Eichhorn. That's a cool card. Randy Myers, Chris Sabo played for a long time. Okay, here's a good one. Darryl Strawberry, and there's another Ted Williams card. So a Ted Williams Baseball Heroes. We need an autograph, right? Okay, there's Todd Van Poppel, rookie star, and Tyler Green, prospect. Okay, final pack of the night. Let's see if we can hit something big here. Okay, there's Bob Ojeda with Tommy Lasorda in the background. Carney Lansford, you guys remember him? He was a good player. Jay Howell, and I say that like all of these guys are great players. I mean, they made it to the majors. They were fantastic. But some you remember over the others. Ernest Riles, Jerry Brown, Kevin Elster. I remember him from the Mets. Mike Felder, Frank Viola. Um, he's pitching here for the Mets, but he was also with the Twins back in the late 80s when they won the World Series. So I remember that. And one of my favorite all-time players with the Cubs, Andre Dawson. Andre Dawson there. Look at that. Going up for the grab over the wall. 16 years in the majors, average 282. Pretty impressive for 16 years in the majors. Steve Decker, Ron Gant for the Braves. Ron Gant, this is his fifth year card. Pretty decent hitter there. Brian Williams, and we're going to finish it off with a prospect of Joey Hamilton for the Padres. Okay, so we did pick up two of the Ted Williams cards, but unfortunately, no auto. We have got some pretty good cards here tonight. Andre Dawson. There's a Ryan Klesko rookie. We got Will Clark and Del Murphy, but in a Phillies uniform. So he played for the Braves for many years. Darryl Strawberry um, played for the Mets for a long time, and then went to the Dodgers. This was his first year in the Dodgers uniform. Got two Tom Glavine cards. That was his fifth year, I think, in the majors. Tony Gwynn has been around for a long, long time. He had played up to this point 10 years in the majors. Now listen to this, 10 years, 328 batting average. Yeah, that's impressive, right? Ozzie Smith, one of the greatest second basemen out there. And I say second baseman, he played shortstop actually. But do you guys remember when he would come out in the field, he would always do a couple of flips and stuff? I thought that was pretty funny. But one of the greatest, this was 14 years into the majors. And then Pedro Martinez on a rookie card for the Dodgers. And he had a pretty exciting minor league the year before or 2 years before his ERA was 1.76 if you guys can see that, and I guess his average was probably right around 2.1, 2.2. So pretty good player there. That's what we've got tonight, guys. I hope you have enjoyed tonight's episode of Collectibles Chat. If you found anything that is of interest to you, let me know. Just remember at the show, I'll have anywhere from the 50s up to current day. And got a lot of graded cards and some really nice mags and stuff like that. So come see me. And if you've got any questions, put it in the comments or just send me a message. And I can't wait to see you guys soon. Have a great night, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. This is the last day of May. Make it count. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.